The Nadi represents the lake, the ozone called Akasha. The ozone is Akasha. A means Atman. Kasha, if you reverse it, you will get it as Shaka. Shaka means heat. Whichever the part that receives the heat from the Atman is called as A plus Kasha, that is called as Akasha. That is the first layer of the earth atmosphere which receives the heat from the sun is called Akasha. The first layer incidentally happens to be the ozone. As such, the ozone is called Akasha. The ozone in the human body has become the nervous system. The moon within the body has become the mind. The sun within the body has become the Atman. As the sun is in the center of the solar system, the Atman is also in the center of this human body. The center of the human body is navel. That is the point at which, from which we navigate the prana in the body. That is why the word navel has come, because the navigation or the journey commences from the navel. Just below the navel we have got a place in the yoga, we call it as Swadhisthana. That is the point where the sun resides. The sun is called the Atman. The external sun that you see is the Atman of the solar system or the primordial energy of the solar system. The internal sun called the Atman is just below the navel, and that energy is responsible for running the body. We must also be aware that Mars is present in the body as heat, the Shukra is presented, that the Venus is presented as the Virya of the body, that is the energy of the body, it is called as Retas. Similarly, the penetration of the quantum of energy is represented by Guru, the intellect in the body is represented by Buddha, and all the emotions are controlled. That these grahas which are there inside the body will be controlled by another graha, which will not allow any graha to gain speed or to reduce the speed. Any increase of speed again affects the body. Any reduction of speed again affects the body. As such, the motion ought to be controlled. As such, the graha which controls the motion will not allow the other grahas to run or to sit. That is why it is called Saturn. So these are the grahas that are there in the body. As such, what influences the human is the internal graha that are present in the body. It is not the external grahas as made in the astrology. Every human comprises of these grahas, and the strength of the grahas for one man to another man become different. Consequently, the man becomes different by nature. As we are aware that the soul or the Atman is the primordial energy of the human body. If this is the primordial energy of the human body, we know that this sun or the Atman is energy. It is that which runs the physical body. If the sun is stronger, the earth is strong. If the sun is weak, the earth is weak. Similarly, if the Atman is strong, the man is strong. If the Atman is weak, the man is weak. The strength of the man basically depends upon the Atman. And another factor is Atman or the sun is energy. Hence, the Atman or the sun has to obey the laws of energy. The laws of energy says energy can neither be created nor destroyed. Energy can be transferred from one body to another body. Since energy is Atman here, Atman cannot be created, Atman cannot be destroyed, Atman can be transferred from one body to another body. As such, the body consists of one energy called the Atman and the other one what is called as the physical body. The physical earth or the physical earthly body dies but not the Atman. As such, as long as the Atman is present within the earth, even upon the demise, the Atman gets separated and gets into the external Panchabhutas called as Mahaprana. So the Atman will be either staying in the external atmosphere or staying within the internal atmosphere, because the internal body is also made up of Panchabhuta, the external thing is also made up of Panchabhutas. As such, the Atman resides either in the internal Panchabhuta or external Panchabhuta. As such, we can say, what is death? Death is only a transfer of the soul. Death is only a transfer of the Atman from the physical body, which is also made up of Chantabhuta, to the external. The transfer is called Varga. The soul is called Savitru. So the Savitru will have a Varga, that is, the Savitru will have a transfer from the physical body to the external body. When it is transferred, it need not bother about the food. It need not bother about the tomorrow's function, because the earthly body is not there to think of. As at that place to which this Atman is transferred upon the demise is called as Savitru has Varga. That is called as Sa plus Varga, it is called Swarga. If the soul resides in the external atmosphere, it is called Swarga. When the soul resides within the body, it is again under the influence of the nervous system called as Nara. The Indriyas called as Ka. As such, the soul entering the body is called Naraka. The soul leaving the body is what is called as Swarga. So the concept of Swarga and Naraka is whether the soul is outside or the soul is within the body. So in the Naraka, the soul is within the body and works as Jivatma. Whereas in the other case, upon the device, it will not work, it will again wait for the journey, for the commencement to take another body. As such, the entering the soul basically depends upon the strength of the soul. If the soul is stronger, it takes and goes into the atmosphere at higher levels. If the soul is weak, it occupies a lower level. Any soul which is at a lower level again enters the Prakriti, again enters the body. As such, the time gap between the death and the birth depends upon the strength of the soul. Strong souls may take life after millions of years also. It may take some manvantaras also. Sometimes it may take even the next janma of the Prithvi itself. That is 864 crores of years is one birth and one death of the Prithvi. So, the strength of the soul depends upon whether I take birth immediately or not. The purpose of life is to strengthen the soul. When the soul is strengthened, that man will be stronger in the next life. As such, several Jnanis have taken birth because of their strong soul. It means the soul's strength can be altered. It is an alterable energy. It means when during the pendency of life you use the energy of the soul, and at the same time we can add energy to the soul by tapas. So tapas is basically a posture of a man in which he can take all his energy inwards. So it means whether to take the energy inwards or outwards. The outwards is jivana or the life, and inwards is the tapas. The man has to do both whenever he has got the birth of the body. So the sadhana means, sa means Savitru, dana means wealth. So adding wealth to the Savitru, sa plus dana, that is sadhana. So making the soul much more stronger, wealthier is what is called as sadhana. So for this sadhana we have taken the body. That is why we say sharira matram kalu dharma sadhanam. So dharma means is to increase the strength of the soul. When once we increase the strength of the soul, we may take birth across the globe anywhere in the world. As such, I may take birth in America, Russia, England. Soul has no barriers, soul has no visa. As such, it can take birth anywhere in the world. So the purpose of taking birth is to create a strong humanity, not in a particular nation, because the nation has come on to existence because of the quarrel of the two persons. If more persons quarrel, there will be more nations. If more are united, there will be less nations. That is why the concept of nation is not accepted in the Vedas. The whole universe has been taken as one piece. That is why we say, whenever we think of the human, we say that let all human beings be happy. We will not say that let only the Indians be happy, Americans to be happy, or Christian to be happy, or Islam to be happy. We say that how the human beings must be, all human beings must be happy for all times to come. So we say like that. That is why sarve janaha sukhino bhavantu samasta sanmangalani bhavantu. It never said a Vedic people. It never said the people who believe in Veda. It never said a Christian or a Muslim, because the concept is universal. We believe that all